Hello, everybody. It's Cooking Videos with Dave 104. We have a steak sandwich, blueberry pork chops, and the rest. We may do a Steven Reichland video, a first for this channel. God, I hate that man. I hate that man so much. Words cannot describe how much I hate that man. Give another minute or so for everyone to come on in. I have uploaded some November episodes of the show. Most notably, Buffalo Chicken Quesadillas, Captain Morgan Chicken Salad, and some other shit. So they're going to be coming out in November, and then after November, as we all know, it is the Christmas Spectacular, where I do a video a day up until December 25th, and on Christmas Day, it's Christmas Day! You fucking old fucking piece of shit, Scrooge! I usually upload 3 or 4. And then we go back to normal. All right, let's get into this. The best steak sandwich in the history of steak sandwiches. All right, how do you fucking make this?
Sorry, didn't mean to swear. Did not mean to swear. Couldn't
Yeah, because God forbid you're monetized and you swear.
help it. We love our steaks on this channel, and we love our sandwiches. And today, everything we know about both of those is coming together to make what might be the king of the steak sandwiches. It's a bold statement. But when you start with a beautiful tenderloin like this, oof, how could anything be wrong? The only way it could be wrong is if I f it up, and I'm gonna do everything in my power not to. Do you know what that is? That's using a good instant read thermometer. You got one of these, you almost don't need anything else. That will keep me from making any major errors. Then, think about it. We're gonna caramelize some onions beautifully. We're gonna make a amazing little horseradish aioli. There will be some fish sauce in it. Nobody freak out. It's only gonna umami up the flavor. There will be melty cheese. But this guy's getting the royal treatment. A couple of years ago,
I would not have done a filet mignon or a beef tenderloin, as it's also known. I would have done a ribeye, but that's just me.
We did a couple years.
Probably 6 or 7 or something.
No, wait. Handful of years ago, we did a rotisserie roast.
Yeah, but when you get to Sam the cooking guy's age, a couple of years ago is, like 6 or 7.
Beef. Right over
I'm moving into that phase of life.
there. It was a different setup then. And I made an herb basting brush, rosemary, thyme, and business like that, and tied together, and then dipped it in the butter and garlic butter, and did the whole thing. We're kind of doing that today, but now with the brush, because I'm gonna herb the F out of the thing first. Yeah, that'll be delicious. And so you got that amazing steak that'll be in this. Oh, and I forgot to mention, it's all gonna be served on.
Top sirloin can be good. It just has to be cooked rare, so be prepared for that. Which, I love rare.
Garlic bread.
Or slow cooked.
But not garlic bread. Garlic bread. Like a big ass loaf of garlic bread with all this business on it. Oh, it's gonna be the tits, as they used to say back when I was a younger man. Ridiculous expression.
Seriously? That thing isn't that old. This is gonna be tits.
We probably shouldn't even say that. Can we say that?
You can.
You can say that. I don't know.
Well, yeah, women still have tits.
Anybody heard that? How old?
The feminists have lost all power, so who the fuck cares?
How old are you? Let us know in the comments. Just put a number, that would be your age, and a yes or no.
Says it in South Park.
Say what? They say.
Cartman says it in South Park.
Cartman says it in South Park. So
Years.
So the youngers of you, you'll know. It doesn't matter anyway. Maybe we should bring that back. Like you're in a restaurant, you're having a steak, and the server comes over and goes, "How's it?" You go, "It's the tits, man. It's the tits."
Well, I'd say, oh, this is so tense! Especially if... Or this sandwich's tits are as good as yours if it's a female server. I may as well get kicked out. At least I wanted to pay for my meal. Hello to Juice Main.
Look, really loud for everybody to hear. It's terrible. Okay, not necessarily in this order, but we're going to get the onions caramelizing. Cut the herbs. Okay, just watch. The herbs we're using today, ladies and gentlemen, will be parsley, thyme.
Okay, now after this video, the next video will be either the blueberry pork chops, or it'll be actual Jake's reaction to my pimento grilled cheese.
Thyme and rosemary. So all I'm going to do is strip off some of each. You know how this goes. The rosemary comes off backwards like that. The thyme, the same way, though it is a bit of a pain in the ass. And then the parsley, of course, like that. So let me do this. You just sit back and relax. I'll do the work.
Isn't that what you used to have to do back in the day? Pull those stems out of your weed?
That's exactly what I have to do. This is de-stemming rosemary and thyme is way different than de-stemming the shitty pot I used to smoke back in the day. Stem seeds, it was awful. It was a lot of work. Anyway, cut away. If I haven't said, we're looking for a couple tablespoons of each. Nicely done. Look at this. These can mix and into our little bowl. You need some garlic on this? Yes, of course. Listen, there's garlic bread on the outside, but I'm making this. So if you don't have it in a sandwich, then you're not getting the benefit of the garlic there, so you want the garlic here too. And will it be too much garlic? No, it will not. Can there ever be too much garlic?
Yes.
No, there can't. We made 40 clove. Never.
Never? What about
Ever.
400?
I don't know. Maybe 400 clove chicken would be too much.
So
but
then there can be.
no, I don't know. I'm not really buying into that right now. We're going to put 4 fat cloves in here. And olive oil. Then we mix. Superb. Put it to the side. Let's tie up our little roast. All right, here's our friend. And look, it's nice and even. When you buy a whole tenderloin, and we've done this before, it's about this big. It tails off to a skinny little end, and then there's a big piece here. There's a weird strip down the side called the chain. And by
Just one of my favorite memories working from the meat department. Just a bunch of guys being gross, pretending the tenderloins are their dicks.
the time you clean it up, this is what you get. You can do it yourself. We can put a link to the video where we did it, or you can buy a piece done. It's up to you. And while it will cook beautifully like this, it'll cook.
And yeah, I have no idea what a whole tenderloin would cost these days. When I was doing it, it was like 20 years ago, and it was like $100.
Even a little better if we make it all nice.
But that was before Biden completely fucked the economy and fucked inflation and
bundle. We're gonna do that by stringing it. So let's just figure out how long this guy is. We'll put one every few inches, maybe every couple inches. It's easier if you just do this.
That would be beef. Pork tenderloin is, yeah, a lot cheaper, but again, pigs are a lot cheaper to raise than cows.
Lay the kids out and maybe do that. Maybe 5 is my magic number here. Let's find out. There we go. Shit. Now we're just gonna tie. So we come around, make a.
What the
simple
hell are
little
you
double
tying
loop
off?
snug, and that double loop helps keep it together, and a little knot on top, and we're done. And just repeat it. The
Well,
rest.
you're not.
And just
You're
continue
not. You
with
didn't
the rest.
bacon
The little
wrap it.
guys
You didn't
all
do this. You
tied
didn't
up.
do that.
Sweet.
What are you
Let's cut off the
tying
excess.
off?
There we go. Now we're gonna season it because we haven't done that yet. This guy comes back, and we're kosher salting and peppering. And quite aggressively too. This is nice and thick. And remember,
Yeah. Filet mignon is essentially if he were to take a knife and cut these into steaks. If he were to cut them into pieces, aka steaks, this would be filet mignon.
Cutting a piece this way. So what's just on the outside?
I mean, I don't
is all
know.
seasoning you're really gonna get. It's not gonna penetrate. It's not going down at half an inch or an inch. And then when you're good there, make sure you get the ends And as Gordon Ramsay likes to say, just literally mop up the extra seasoning. It's literally everything. Literally going to put salt and pepper on this now. Literally going to mop it up. Great. Okay. What's missing? Anything? No. Yes. Boy, if you could smell this. Now, this guy's been out of the fridge about an hour, and you want to do that. We don't want to go meat that's cold straight onto a grill or an
Yes, thank you. Stone cold meat is the worst thing to ever put on the grill, oven, frying pan, anything. Let it get up to room temperature. It's one of my big gripes with AKA Steve Reichlin.
or, cast iron pan.
The reason is because if your meat is stone cold, it will be done on the outside but still dead raw in the center. It won't cook evenly.
Give yourself a fighting chance. Let it come room temperature first. And there's plenty of people that will argue with that theory, and they're welcome to their opinion. This is what works for me. This helps me get it cooked where I want, outside and inside, nicely. I think if it's ice cold, you might get it nice on the outside, but it's going to take a while to get to the inside, and then what? All right, with this looking beautiful, that is looking beautiful. I could just cut slices and eat it like that. All right, we should throw this on the grill. This will take the longest part of what we're doing today. And let's take our little buddy and go like this. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give him a good sear.
Why would you wear gloves for putting a pork or a tenderloin on the grill, a beef tenderloin? It's fucking beef. You can eat the shit raw.
The way around. Maybe 10, 11 minutes on direct heat. Then we're going to move them over here indirect. I have this burner on, these two burners off, then this burner on. So it's going to live in here kind of like it's cooking in an oven. And then we'll just let it finish, get the temp. And temp for us today will be somewhere about 125. But we're not going to guess. We're using an infrared thermometer. If you could smell what I smell. Wait a sec, I just thought of a new Christmas song.
If you can smell what I smell, a roast, roasting in the oven, giving me smells from afar.
Smell what I smell.
If you could smell what I smell.
Christmas song?
The steak, cooking on the grill with the rosemary
This is
thyme.
how I
And
would know. I never celebrated it. You, on the other hand.
so, yeah, we're getting there. We're going to get a lot more marks. So let's just, yes, it's round-ish, but I'll treat it kind of like there's 4 sides. And everybody will get 3-ish or minutes or so, and then turn and turn. And you'll get it. You'll get it. Max just pointed out something that I should mention. You're looking at a whole tenderloin. When you have a filet in a restaurant, filet mignon, it comes from this. They just take this kid and cut them into, 8-ounce portions. And that's the middle section of this whole filet is where you can do that beautifully because they're even. If you try and do it at that weird head or that skinny end, no. Use that stuff for other things. I will continue to turn this, get it
Burger meat.
seared all the way around. Just sit back. We'll move it to the other side when we're there. Next longest will be our onions that we have to caramelize. So let's get those happening. Into a big pan and on the heat. A little oil, let them start to cook. I like to start with oil. Once they start to soften a bit, we'll season them. And then for shits and giggles, we'll throw a little knob of butter in. Make them really fabulous. But for now, a stir every few minutes is all it takes.
All right, I have to pee. I will be right back. after this, I'm going to start cooking. I may or may not do a LOP live stream. So, right now, questionable.
All right, so we're looking pretty all the way. Let's give it a 45. Same business. Few minutes turn, few minutes turn. Once I've done the whole log, over we go to the indirect side. Once I've done the whole tenderloin, over we go to the indirect side.
You also didn't think log sounded appetizing?
All right, I love them. Let's do this. Right here, remember, on, not on. So now he's smack dab in the middle.
Except I'd never live in Australia because you can get in serious trouble for just giving your opinion. But again, Australia is one of the dumb countries that has actually elected a woman to lead it.
We do that, we'll come back and check them. But in the meantime, salt and pepper and a knob of butter. Let that melt. Okay, this is looking good. The butter's gonna melt. I'm gonna turn this down to quite low, let it continue. In the meantime, we got a couple things to make. We'll start with the horseradish aioli. That begins with some mayo, horseradish, a little lemon juice. Not too much, don't go crazy. A little hit of Dijon, salt and pepper, and I think I promised fish sauce. Just a little splash or two. That will really savory up this bitch. And we mix. Oh, damn. Okay, quick taste. Sorry, not giving you the finger. Listen, or as my mother-in-law would have said, listen. I normally make a garlic aioli. This version with the fish sauce, it's a game changer. Whole nother world, ladies and gentlemen. Whole nother world. Oh shit, let's make the garlic butter. Can't forget about that. The garlic butter is gonna start with butter. Ah, what the hell. Let's use all of it, shall we? And garlic. We're putting in a bunch. Last but not least, that one.
A pack of cigarettes is seriously $40 in Australia. If you're going to charge $40 for a pack of smokes, just ban the damn things. I think it's ridiculous we charge what we charge. Well, there's sin taxes and blah, blah, blah. You're not going to direct behavior because you make something more expensive. Either ban it or shut the fuck up. I think it's ridiculous that government mandates that nobody can smoke in a restaurant. That should be up to the individual establishment, not the fucking government. Sorry, I went off on a tangent there. I'll keep politics out of the rest of the broadcast.
And think about what you need for garlic butter. You need garlic, you need butter, right? So the salt and pepper are great. 2 more additions. One will be a little mayo. And why little mayo, Sam? Well, because it richens it up. And we love the way that mayo on the outside of a grilled cheese does amazing things. We're gonna use its magical properties on this grilled bread. You'll see it's gonna be fabulous. A little parsley, love it. And I like a little squeeze of olive oil in there. And we mix. The king of the steak sandwiches needs the king of the garlic butter, wouldn't you think? Let's check the steak. How's that look? Look at the steam. Let me throw an instant read in here, right there in the middle. I'm 116. I think you can see that right there. Beautiful. Okay, 115.2. Oh, it just went to 116. Okay, I want to go to 125. So hang on, it'll just be a couple minutes. Well, look who's ready. And here's what we're gonna do. I have some of this leftover business. So while it's warm, you literally paint it on. What other word? Why would he say that? Literally. If I said you paint it on, is that any different than saying you literally paint it on? Gordon, you're super successful and talented, but Jesus, man, when you like,
well, it just go, okay, I'll do this and then I'm off politics on this channel. It goes to the thing of, again, they elected a woman, or they have elected a woman to lead them in the past, and it goes to the nanny state of, we need to take care of you and you can't make bad decisions. We need to protect you from yourself, which is bullshit. I don't need the government to tell me what to do and what not to do. I'm my own person. I can do that on my own.
and then because we're good, responsible
Now that is the final time I'm going to get political on this.
people.
Well, and actually, I can tie it to cooking, because what about a tax on bacon? What about a tax on beef? What about a tax on ground beef? Because obesity kills far more people than fucking smoking does.
We gotta deal with the bottom. Now this rests. You need 20 minutes here, folks. If you go less than that, you're gonna cut it open and you don't want all that juice coming out. You want it living in here. So when you finish this, by the way, if you don't eat sandwiches, we've just shown you like the most amazing way to cook a little tenderloin. Okay, this rests 20 minutes and we build. And our bread for today is this big kid that I now need to cut evenly. And don't think there's not pressure on me for that. Think I have an easy job? I don't. I can't see. Well, at least this side will be good. All right. Beautiful. So let's get our butter. Oh, this is gonna be stupid. And I mean in the best stupid way possible. Oh, this is gonna be great. Steak sandwich, great. Garlic bread steak sandwich, great-er. And if it looks like too much butter, well, you're wrong and it's not, and it will just make this whole thing
Exactly.
glorious.
No, you can't have too much butter. Fuck you.
I'm not going to throw this on the flat top until we've cut our tenderloin, which by the way, has rested long enough now, and I can. And voila, oh, look at you. I don't mean to be surprised. I've already seen you once. You were gorgeous then. Why wouldn't you be gorgeous now? So we can get rid of our strings. Hardly see them now. There we go. Actually, I want to start at that end. Let's take a little bit of this end off. Too short. Oh, hello, pretty you. Okay, so now we just want thin slices. Listen, if I
would actually just bust out my deli slicer if it was me, but that's me.
refrigerated this, I could use my slicer tomorrow, but I have no intention of that. It's a lovely...
Well, I'll say this to Juice. In my country, there's people that want to ban smokers. So we can never again have the joy of smoked meat because smoke's bad for you. Fuck you. We've been cooking shit with fire for thousands and thousands of years. Fuck off.
medium rare, isn't it? Shaved, almost. But if you're not making it for a sandwich, then cut them 1/4 inch thick. Listen, it's all yours. You do what you want. Excuse me while I have a holy shit taste. All right, this may or may not be enough, but that's okay. We can always cut more. But I'm gonna take these pieces and put them right here in this little herby leftover business. So just let me take these slices, put them back on this pan, and then just give them a little turnaround so they get the benefit of all the oil and the herbs and the deliciousness. That's gonna make one hell of a sandwich. All right, I think we're almost there. Let's grill the bread and we build. And last, before we get this happening, we have a little peppery...
Well, you're probably going to griddle the bread, not grill it. Just split in halves.
Bite of arugula, tiny bit of oil, tiny bit, a little bit of salt, but we emphasize the pepper, the couple good...
This is probably good as shit, and it better be because he's probably spent fucking over $100 or $200 making this bitch.
This gets a quick mix. Oh boy, we're ready to go. Let's get the bread happening. Look how pretty. And down. A little squish won't be a bad thing. All right, we're there, I think. 1, 2, 3. That is everything. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
I'm going to actually use that technique. Shit. That's a beautiful technique.
Let's build this baby. All right, we begin with that guy. First up is our sauce. This amazing horseradish aioli with the fish sauce. Remember? So good. And, oh, motherfucker. Sorry, didn't mean to swear. Did not mean to swear. Couldn't help it. Good God, man. And now these amazing, oh my God, onions. Holy God. I'm telling you, if you're not a caramelized onion fan, you're wasting your life. I'm not kidding. And now our cheese for today is creamy Havarti. Just one of the greatest melting cheeses in the planet. And Mrs. Cooking Guy's cheese of choice when it comes to all things melting.
Cheese of choice?
Cheese of choice. And now we torch because we want this melted. I love it. It goes shiny first and then starts to give way to the heat.
I probably would have lightly toasted it and then let the oven take care of it, but that's just me.
And finally, a little bit of our arugula. And if it wasn't obvious, this kid. Oh, God. And there you have it. What is this? The ultimate steak sandwich? The ultimate whole tenderloin steak sandwich, caramelized onions, anchovy, horseradish aioli with melted Havarti cheese? I don't know. It's all amazing. Well, it's beautiful and it needs to be eaten. And that means you got to cut it, because I'm not taking a bite off of there. That's for damn sure. And look at you. I love that moment. You open it up. You get to see the result of all your hard work. And, yeah.
Again.
Yeah. See this corner? That is me written all over it.
Again.
I love that moment.
This sandwich is probably fucking delicious. But it probably also cost him $300.
You open it up. You get to see the result of all your hard work. And, yeah. And see this corner? That is me written all over it. Me. Garlic. That's the first thing you get. It's the garlic. But nicely, not overwhelming. Oh crap, that aioli. The onions, the filet, the tenderloin. It's heaven.
Yeah, it's probably delicious. All right, actual Jake won the poll. And he's going to go after my pimento grilled cheese. Let's see if I can get it any earlier.
They've called you out, you a degenerate for watching Wife Swap. A degenerate? That's true. He's right about that. My testimony.
Except no, you're not a degenerate. You're a male feminist. Being a degenerate and being a cuck is just part of that.
Leftist atheist to conservative Christian. Maybe we'll watch that. I'm not super interested. We'll see.
Except... Okay, I guess you're not talking about me.
I do want some goddamn gloop, though. We got anything? Oh, come on. I gotta wait. I gotta wait for delicious, hot, and tasty gloop? Did I miss anything?
Again, Jake, you haven't uploaded to your cooking channel in over a year. I upload approximately 20 videos every month. And I'm coming up on the Christmas Spectacular. Just saying, it seems that you suck a little bit more on your end than me.
Turkey apple panini? Is it just going to be lunch meat and a sliced apple and mayo and cheddar?
Welcome to the show, and for you today, we have a turkey apple cheddar panini.
That's what I sound like.
And
when I say
it's real easy to do. I hope you're enjoying the new time slot for the show, 4 p.m.
You know what? I genuinely forget he's going to say it every time, but it's been like the last 6 videos.
Oh, it's going to be the new standard just because I want to piss you off.
Maybe more.
Days are the same. Out of my curiosity, how many guys cum can you taste on your wife's lip when you kiss her in the morning? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. With that all out of the way, let's make our panini. All right. On
Panini.
one side of the bread,
Paniner.
we want not an argument. You're just trying to make fun of the way I said something. Not an argument. You serious? You can use butter, but I think mayonnaise for this one does a better job.
You put mayo on every sandwich. Why is he... This is a thing I don't like about Dave, to add to the stack. I don't like that he's just fucking lying all the time.
What am I lying about? I'm not saying put mayo on the inside of the sandwich. I'm saying put it on the outside of the sandwich as well. Also, butter sucks for sandwiches.
When have we ever seen him make a sandwich with butter inside? A classic, like, French.
You've seen it. You've seen me make them with butter on the outside, haven't you, dipshit? And actually, I think I've probably made some sandwiches with butter on the inside. I just melted it before I made the sandwich.
Very Euro style, like a buddy, dude. I guess you could do a UK thing too, but he's never done that. Why is he pretending? Like, why lie? Why put on a facade?
Because I'm also doing a cooking video for the masses, and some people prefer butter in their sandwiches. That's why. Because I'm not an exclusionary dick like you and every other fucking leftist. And now we're going to add 2 slices of cheddar. And then
I
we're
was
going to
right,
add
by the way.
some smoked turkey.
I'm 100% right. He's just gonna have some apple in here.
Okay,
and
now
that's
we're
it?
going to add our apple slices.
Ooh, been out a while.
This
huh?
is a Honeycrisp apple, to be specific.
To be specific. I love a Honeycrisp. Nothing else.
And then we're just going to top
What a
this
damn shame.
off.
What a fucking opportunity to missed.
And then we're going to butter the top. And when we place this on the panini grill, I'll butter the other side. All right, we've got our panini grill.
All right, I'm gonna give you a little tip. All right, a little tip.
Oh, what is this tip? Because I guarantee you, any fucking day of the week, any time of year, anywhere, anytime, in a cook-off, against a blind judge, I'd kick your fucking ass, dude. I've seen your cooking skills, and they are dog shit.
Do your butter first.
Why would I do that? The butter goes on the outside, not the inside. I butter the outside of the bread and mayo the inside. The reason I'm still adding butter, even though it's on a fucking 900-degree grill, is because I didn't want my counter filled up with fucking butter, dipshit.
And then load up one side, put your mayo on, stack it. So do your cheese, do your toppings, and just stack it on. And then right when you're about to put it on, do the mayo instead. That's way easier to do than this butter situation you're trying to do.
Gonna butter the
Even though
I fucking hate those guys now. In the words of drunken peasants or onion nuggets, situation.
Then hold it and get some butter on your fingies. That's fine too.
And then we're gonna lower our the top griddle on top.
Great job.
Every so often applying slight pressure. And we're just going to let this cook till everything is golden brown and done.
All right. This is why I skipped this video for so long.
Of cooking show editing.
It's a sandwich. You didn't eat this.
Is done. I didn't eat this? No, I ate the shit out of it.
Sure.
And it's
Eat it.
golden brown.
I'm glad you put apples in it. At least you're getting some fiber.
Let me try to adjust
Triangles, though.
Here. I hate this new camera.
Uh-huh. How about you learn how to use it? Too hard?
And let's get you a little bit of a cross section.
Yeah.
And there.
You're just like It's always so uninspired. I love the apple. I love that. The bread choice is not ideal. Cheddar and
What bread choice would you have?
apple goes together. Turkey is fine. I wish you would be doing something when you're making a cooking video. You just make a sandwich. I don't want to see it, man.
And what should I be doing? What should I be doing? You're not going to give any... I know you're not going to give any suggestions. What should I be doing, Jake? Shouting out other cooking shows? Shouting out my Lord of Patriarchy channel? Shouting true crime shows on YouTube. Or, you know, filming myself doing the can down the street.
I just like to do something. Not even melty. I know. So, I mean, like, anytime I've had like an apple thing, it's always
See if he's made anything more about me. Well, nothing more about my cooking. Oh, he did. You know what? I'll put this at another video.
a little bit of Iron Gully, a little bit of Kenny Dixor, a little bit of
Of course, Iron Gullet is a fan of yours.
a Seahorse, a bit of Shrub Girl, a little bit of Thrace.
So I'll bring this back. Then we'll do the blueberry pork chops or blackberry pork chops. I do apologize.
With atbbq.com.
And then we will give another poll. Actual Jake responding to my my latest cooking stream versus Cooking with Jack. Let's start the poll. There we go.
And this is blackberry pork chops. Well, today I want to share with you guys a simple but flavor-packed recipe for grilled pork chops with a blackberry sauce. It's actually a balsamic blackberry rosé sauce, which I know sounds fancy, but I promise this is easy enough. You can whip it up any night of the week. So we're going to jump right into this by starting that sauce so it can simmer away while we prep the pork. Now, one of the great things about this recipe is there's fairly little knife work involved. In fact, all we're really going to do is mince up one shallot. And if you can dice an onion, then you can dice a shallot. No big deal. So we've got a 10-inch skillet. We're going to throw down a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and then in with about a quarter cup of that diced shallot. We're going to shake in a little bit of our seasoning here using the Plowboy's Fin and Feather. This is a very lemon forward seasoning, but it's also got a little bit of salt, which is gonna help draw out some of the moisture. At the same time, let's go ahead and throw in our sprig of thyme. We're just gonna fish that out. I guess we'll kind of get to the explanation on that a little bit later, but don't waste your time taking all the leaves off, just throw the whole thing in. All right, so you can see this is softening up. We're getting a little bit of color on the shallots. So at this point, we're gonna add in our blackberries. So this is a 12-ounce package of blackberries. They're about 2.5, 3 cups. You just wanna let those heat up. You're gonna start to blister just a little bit. And then we're gonna add in, I'm gonna do about a half teaspoon of this Smoke and Ghost hot sauce. And I do this because this is very similar to like a chipotle and adobo. It's gonna give it a little bit of smokiness and just a touch of heat. And as soon as that gets aromatic like it is right now, I'm gonna go ahead and add in our wine. So we're using a rosé wine today. So it's not a terribly sweet rosé wine.
Well, if it's rosé, it's sweet.
1 cup of that. We're gonna watch that just start to reduce down, and these berries are gonna
That's
start
like
to break down.
that is literally like saying a Zinfandel isn't sweet or can't be sweet. That's ridiculous.
So just let it simmer. So while that sauce simmers away, we're gonna prepare our pork chops, and we're starting with a whole pork loin. This is a Duroc pork loin from Creekstone Farms. And while you might not wanna do this for every weeknight meal that you're gonna whip up some pork chops, if you buy a whole pork loin and cut your own chops out of it, one, you can control just how large a chop you get. So if you want a nice 1.5 inch thick pork chop, you've got all the control to do that on your own.
Those are your pork chops. Okay, I'm sorry. Those are mini pork roasts. All right, I have to pee. I'll be right back.
And 2, you're gonna save yourself a lot of money by not paying someone else to cut these out for you. So go ahead and slice your own chops, throw them in the freezer and freeze them down, and you can pull them out anytime you need them. Now when you're working with a whole loin like this, you understand.
Again, when does the pork chop end and when does the pork roast begin?
That on the surface here, you're gonna have some fat. We can see that fat going around the top. Now, I like to have that little bit of fat just to add that little bit of extra drippings when you're grilling. If you don't want to deal with silver skin, and you'll see some of it right here, that's some chewy stuff, you can go ahead and take that off. just understand that at the same time, you're gonna be losing that fat. So it's totally up to you how you wanna handle that. Now, for the end pieces, if you got some small stuff like this, just chop it up, and this is ready for a weeknight stir fry. You can utilize every last bit of this pork loin. So we're gonna layer a couple different seasonings onto our pork today. I'm gonna start.
Yeah, and I've cut up more than my fair share of pork loins, and guess what? I would never cut pork chops like that. There's nowhere, no. These are even beyond thick cut pork chops. The center of that chop is going to be dead fucking raw when the outer area is going to be done. Like, done.
Start with the honey chipotle from Our Butts Are Smoking. I like this for the sweetness, for the smokiness of the chipotle. It's not terribly spicy, but it does have a nice smoky chipotle flavor. And then we're gonna hit it with the Fin and Feather from Plowboys. And this is the same stuff that's in our blackberry sauce. It's very lemon forward. It's got a bit of rosemary to it.
All right, let's
flame here.
See what he's doing.
Get some nice
okay,
grill
so
marks.
He's grilling direct.
Get a little color on these guys. We can always finish them indirect if we need to. We'll get some good looking grill marks going on here. Our pork is...
So, pork is not the best meat to do direct either. So, oh God, am I all...
Releasing itself from the grill, which means it's ready to be flipped. And let's get some color on the opposite side. We'll let it keep cooking with the lid closed. Well, the pork's on the grill right now, but you can see that our blackberries are way broken down. Most of that liquid is reduced out. So at this point, what I want to do is we're going to fish out that thyme. That's done everything it needs to do in there. We're going to add about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Now, blackberries can be pretty tart. Obviously, we've added just a little bit of vinegar, albeit a sweeter vinegar. But one of the things that we want to do here to balance some of these flavors out is just add a little bit of sugar. Probably about a half teaspoon to a teaspoon, just depending on how tart your berries are. We'll start light, you can taste it, and you can always add more. All right, so heat is off now. Just gonna stir.
I've never really had a tart blackberry. I don't know where you're from, but here in Minnesota, blackberries are normally pretty fucking sweet.
This enough that that sugar melts in so we can get a good read on the flavor here.
Oh, I'd try it. There's no debate about that. I'd try it.
So bright. Really does not need any extra sweetness. I like the balance there. I think just a pinch of salt and it's good. All right, I can tell that fats are enduring out because you can see all that extra smoke coming off the grill. You can keep turning these as much as you want. You're not gonna hurt them. But the thing you do not want to do is take these to an internal temperature that's anywhere over 135. And that's
I'm sorry, what? It's pork. It has to be up to 165. It's not a steak.
because that's when pork really starts to dry up. So,
okay, don't follow this guy for advice. Pork has to be cooked to 165 unless you would like to spend the weekend in the hospital with worms.
once we've got all the color that we really like on here, we'll go ahead and move these to the indirect side of the grill. I'd say this one looks pretty dang good already. So over here, away from that direct heat, we've got the baffle pushed in, so there's literally a barrier right here to keep all that flame from coming up and browning the meat any further. We'll allow those guys just a little bit more time. All right, guys, we are creeping right up on that 135 that we're aiming for. So this one's already there. This one's real close. It'll be there in just a minute. We can go ahead and let that come up to temp while it's resting. We're also going to grill off a little bit of broccolini here to go with our pork. This has just been blanched in boiling water for about 30 to 45 seconds just to soften up these stems a little bit. That way it cooks really quick when it hits the grill. We're gonna season it up with just a little bit of the Cattleman's Grill California tri-tip and throw it right onto that direct heat.
You're already scaring the hell out of me with your... All right.
And these have been resting for about 5 minutes, which is a good amount of time for a small cut like this for the juices to redistribute. So you should get a nice juicy bite all the way through, right there in the center. Oh yeah, plenty of moisture still in the middle.
Well,
As well as all the way out to the ends. We're gonna plate this up with a little bit of rice. You've got your broccolini there. Some sliced pork. And of course, right on top, we've got our balsamic blackberry rosé sauce, which we've chosen to leave kind of rustic to give it some texture, though you certainly could just strain it off if you want something more syrupy. A little squeeze of lemon for the veggie. That's it. All right, tasting time.
I'd eat the shit out of it. I'm shocked that at 1:35 those damn pork chops were done, but hey, it is what it is. All right, and last video of the night comes from Jake.
Am I missing one? Is that everybody? Wait, am I missing one? I'm missing one. Who the fuck was it? Who am I missing? Right now. Right now, who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Oh, fucking Mr. Whiskers. He's not here, that's why. Mr. Whiskers. Genuinely, not to pick favorites, Mr. Whiskers, lovely player. What a lovely player. Everybody was great. Mr. Whiskers was... just having run D&D for a long time, man, what a generous player at the table, for real. Seriously. Get to kill more bears? Yeah, I'm really... will gladly involve you in the D&D thing. It's a popper, and you win. You win this round, and I'll be roasted. Well, not really, but he'll be roasted. But pulled pork stuffed in a pepper sounds delicious. I think you... But if you really want to go crazy and make them super, super tasty, you could pre-cook and pre-roast your peños, stuff them, you know, do a little... If you could involve yourself, I think you're still here. Right?
Survive the apocalypse.
Please clap.
Everybody, welcome back to Chug's Barbecue. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I made this.
Bang.
Beautiful, delicious.
I've made these before. Very easy. Anyone?
You've never done that on your cooking channel.
Can make things with bacon on them. All you got to do is cook the bacon for long enough, and it'll be delicious, okay? Do it. Also, I mean, I don't know if he's going to do that with these jalapenos because he smokes them for a million years, so he probably doesn't have to. But if you really want to go crazy and make them super, super tasty, you could pre-cook and pre-roast your peños, stuff them, you know, do a little something, then wrap them in bacon, and then they'll be really easy to eat. Instead of sometimes when this happens, you know, sometimes they like pull off and they're not like you can't kind of like chew through them. It's kind of not that great. But yeah.
Yeah,
y'all chill. Whoa.
Except if the bacon breaks, it means you suck.
Whoa. It's poop. I'd eat this poop.
Smoky, porky, creamy.
Isn't that just a fucking jalapeno popper?
Okay, now that's yelling.
Bacon wrapped. Amazing. Carolina.
What's wrong with a jalapeno popper? I don't understand. Carolina Twinkies.
Twinkies.
Nothing.
That's right, folks. We're taking some whole hog style pulled.
That's nothing. But
I actually disagree, David. I actually disagree. A jalapeno popper has cream cheese and cheese filling. If you put pulled pork in that, you can call that whatever the fuck. That's new. That's a twist. What?
Then it's a pulled pork jalapeno popper.
If there's cream cheese in the base, David, and I've yet to see. If there's cream cheese in the base along with pulled pork, which I disagree with wholeheartedly, I think that sounds gross, then I will agree with you that it's a popper, and you win. You win this round, and I'll be roasted. Well, not really, but he'll be roasted. But pulled pork stuffed in a pepper sounds delicious. I think you need to like sauce it or something. Something's got to go on there.
You do know all three of these guys are Trump supporters, right?
With a jalapeno, I might do a chili base. Really, really accentuate the pepper. Or just something juicy. Maybe cheese. You can do cheese in there. That'd be fun.
Okay, Jake. Why do you not upload your version of this on your cooking show? Just not for nothing.
Although, the bacon, I don't know. I feel like the pulled pork might get lost in this. Those are both, bacon and jalapeno are both pretty assertive flavors, which is why the cream cheese is like traditional in there, because it's sort of like a base to both of those things. Are upset by something reasonable? Oh, yeah. Why? Yeah, you're right. Ooh, pork belly? I've never bought a whole pork belly and just done the whole damn thing myself. I bet it's fucking awesome.
Not to be an ass, but isn't pulled pork traditionally made with a pork butt, not a pork belly?
You can make pulled pork with anything. I don't know if he's making pulled pork with this belly or not.
No, Jake, you can't. Going back to the previous video I just watched, you can't make pulled pork out of a pork loin. There's not enough fat.
He's got bacon, though. I assumed he was going to use this to make the bacon. I don't know. You can use,
If you go with a pork loin or a pork tenderloin, you can get like a chunk. You can get chunks, but you're not going to get pulled pork.
A little pork butt.
It's not a fucking chicken.
Great option for pulled pork. I love making pulled pork. It's so good.
Patty dry.
I'll do a cooking video someday. I keep thinking about making smash burgers because I make them at home, and Dave could use the lesson. He would never look. If I could teach Dave to make a smash burger, he'd make good burgers forever because the principle is the same. You just have to make the shit. You have to make it hot, and then you can smash it, and then it's real crispy, and it's super fucking easy. Anyone can make a smash burger.
Okay, Jake, do it. Do it. Make a smash burger.
Children can. That's why they put them in the restaurants.
And what I got here
And here's the thing. I'm just asking questions. I actually like this guy.
And in the Carolinas, they're doing a lot of whole hog barbecue with that crispy skin, that nice pulled pork, mop sauce,
Dave, stop right there. You're right.
vinegar bacon.
Yeah, again.
I have hubris. I have hubris when it comes to educating. I feel like I can talk anybody into any position as long as, any true thing, right?
Well, you've been wrong a million times. You've been wrong twice in this video. Your latest one is you can use any part of the pork, or any part of the pig to make pulled pork, and you can't. Like, you just fucking can't. Like, again, a pork loin is too lean to be made into pulled pork.
Right. Like, I feel like you can educate someone on anything. They just have to be able to receive the information.
Except you're wrong. Why would I receive wrong information, my friend?
I think humans are definitely capable of that. Obviously, ideologies and, politics and stuff, and religion keeps people from believing that, which is why I'm so adamant about it. But I'd be like, ultimately, I think pretty much everybody, if you have cognitive...
Except, again, anytime, anywhere, a cook-off with blind judges, I would kick your fucking ass. And yeah, I believe that, and not only do I believe it, I know that.
Even if you got problems, you can fucking learn something. You can learn things. Everybody.
Yeah, so can you, Jake. One, how to be a decent fucking human being that doesn't celebrate the death of other people. a.k.a. Charlie Kirk, a.k.a. Corey Compatore. But you could also learn shit about cooking. Like, again, not all parts of the pig are suitable for pulled pork.
You got knocked in the head with a baseball bat. You learn stuff. This was real hard.
I thought it comes from pork butt, not pork. Again, I'm.
It doesn't matter. You can
curious.
definitely slow cook pork belly and then make pulled pork from it. It'll be nuts. Like, I don't know why he thinks, because he doesn't know the mechanisms. Like, you just gotta.
Because pork belly is traditionally made into bacon, not pulled pork. Because pork butt, is usually way cheaper.
I cooked pork for a really long time.
See, pork belly,
There's,
but it's just a lot fattier than even pork butt.
well, yeah, but he's trimming it and he's got meat right there. I don't know. I think he's just using this for the bacon, but I mean, maybe he'll pull pork it. He can. He can definitely do it. That fat cap's gonna be beautiful. Or is he gonna put it fat? No, he'll be fat cap.
I gotta buy a blowtorch.
Yeah, Dave. Buy a blowtorch. I'm sure that's gonna go fucking awesome. Drunk as fuck with a blowtorch. Do it. He's gonna die. His beard's gonna be burnt off.
No, it's not pulled pork. It's basically pork belly. Which again, I always thought pulled pork came from pork butt, but whatever.
Isn't he just curing and smoking the bacon? I don't even know. Did he say?
Even though pork butt isn't the butt. The butt of the pig is where we get ham from.
Now we're going to go through and salt the skin heavily with some table salt. And if you've never seen me do this before, this is not for seasoning.
So basically, you're gonna cure it.
This is just to protect the skin from smoke, and all the salt's going to help dry it out so it gets nice and crispy.
Jake, what was actually funny about that statement?
At the end of this cook, but it's an aggressive amount of salt. We really want to cake it on there, make sure nothing is exposed.
My criticism here is that we're doing it on the grill. Total wasteful thing to do. We could definitely.
Well, salt's pretty cheap, so does it matter if we waste it?
Do it prior. Let it sit for just a little bit. It'll adhere. Move it over.
But most of this will come off, so don't freak out about how much salt I'm putting on this thing. I absolutely love them. They're the first food I've ever had that are actually...
Dude,
I've never seen that though, to protect it. I don't know. I don't smoke pork belly. He's using the pork belly for pulled pork. They just doesn't understand that it's more of a cooking technique than a cut of meat. Oh, well, yeah, obviously.
you're a man and you're wearing something that has a heel. Yeah, there's a big difference between a pork. It's not just a fucking cooking technique. We're using to make pulled pork two distinctly pieces of the pig, or two distinctly different pieces of the pig.
Okay, what do we have here?
Oh, we have Jake admitting he wears heels.
Do we have anything for it? Oh no, I don't think we do. I mean, this is Queen Dave and Toxic Masculinity. Little egg as well, yes. Very egg.
Festival, perfect for a hunt, but no matter
Jesus Christ.
where you take them, they're stuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they look like chick shoes.
David, you're a fucking... This is a guy that just cannot handle any form of self-expression. Yeah.
You say that to the guy that produces far more cooking content than you, produces far more general content than you. It generally just produces more than you. I mean, again, Jake, if we want to take up our hours on what we produce, From January 1st of this year to right now, I guarantee you my number is bigger.
This is ridiculous. Men can wear heels for sure.
No, men can't. Fuck off. Or are you fine if your wife finds a nice guy at the bar and you come back home and you suck his dick? Men should not be wearing heels.
Disagree.
Hey,
God, that's so stupid. That's so stupid. It's not
They're
a
comfortable and they're
stereotype.
very durable. And lately, box of this
No, there's no way I'm wearing boots. There's no way I'm wearing cowboy boots.
No boots? You can't wear a boot?
code Chuds10.
This guy doesn't go outside, that's why.
I'm 5'6", 5.
He keeps getting shorter. He's 5'6" now.
5'7", 5 something. I've accepted it.
5'6", 5'7", I've accepted it? Yeah. It sounds like 5'4", and you have not accepted it. Some of my best friends are short guys. Don't worry about it. You just got to have aura, okay?
Back down,
Forgot to call my mechanic today.
looking nice and soft. Starting to, and we go with about a cup of some apple.
Yeah.
By the way, self-own.
My ancestors were probably the Tyrion Lannisters, you know, the short ones that did all the planning.
I guess that's a virtue signal. What a weird fucking virtue signal. Why does he think he comes from a line of, like, clever fellas? His mom and dad are in the house.
It was a joke. For me to be actually serious, I'd have to be a legally recognized dwarf.
He knows who they are. They're dog shit. What? Why is he pretending they're masterminds?
Cider vinegar. And some white vinegar as well.
Stayed behind with the women. So, did you just call my mom dog shit? I'm from the 90s when that was the pretext to fight. Folk had 8 ways.
Couple shot.
Pretends to fuck. 8 ways?
Like you fuck. Let's do a quick little poll. Do you want me to respond to actual Jake's response to my sweet and sour kielbasa?
Yes, please. Ooh, the turds? Yes. Yeah, show me the turds.
Or 3 most overrated street foods?
Great.
And we start the poll.
Okay.
Looking. Salt should be able to come off in one clean sheet. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty
Hog
sick,
salt,
dude.
Save that for putting on a steak or something.
Pork salt? Save it for putting on a steak? Smoked pork salt? That sounds crazy.
But clearly the salt has
All right, I might do that.
done its job. The skin is looking nice. And clear about
Well, no, because I'm so much shorter than my fellow Vikings, I'd probably be Tyrion Lannister. Peter Dinklage, the goddamn dwarf.
And-
Look, what the gloves do is they prevent you having to wash your hands 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
What?
I always just end up washing my hands, but once a meat is
Wait,
once a piece of whoa. This has been edited to hell. You're not doing a live reaction, dude. You're a liar. You're not doing a live reaction. You've cut parts out because you know I'm either A, right, or B, I proved you wrong, or C, I made fun of you and you're such a little bitch because you let your girl fuck other dudes. Yeah. Sorry, but no, you're a liar. Anyway. That's pretty much where we're going to end it for tonight. That's all I really have to say. And good night, everybody.